Hey, everybody. I just wanted to talk to you for a couple minutes about what we're doing here at Christ Community Church in the month of January. We are going to be observing a month-long Sabbath rest from programmed ministry. And that includes everything outside of our gathered worship together on Sunday mornings. Um, that is obviously going to make Sunday mornings look different for us here, and our week look different. But we also think that this is going to allow us to do things that we've been putting off because our lives are just too busy. I mean, the simple fact is we are overburdened and overworked, and we're conflicted about a lot of things. Sometimes we feel anxious and we don't really know why. Um, when we think of Sabbath, we think of things like, okay, I'm pressing pause on my life and I'm resting, or I'm putting the car in neutral or something like that and just kind of coasting. But that's not what Sabbath is. I mean, the simple fact is most of us, if not all of us, are already riding around in a car that's in neutral. We're just being pulled and directed by and towed around by the things that are in our lives. And so we thought here, what if we, for a month, spent time leaning into the um, into what Sabbath really is together? What if we spent time praying together and looking for other ways to be a community of faith together outside of our programmed activities? The simple fact is uh, we preach a gospel of faith and not works. But that's not really how we live our lives often. Often we're running around trying to get everything done, and we're exhausted. And I see it. I see it in my life. I see it in your lives. And um, what if we live differently? What if together we were able to lean into this and set certain things aside for a month that will allow us to connect in different ways and to worship God more fully and more intentionally? Wouldn't that make it, maybe that would make it easier for us to do that individually as well in our week to week, in our as we live throughout 2024. And we know that the pressures of the world around us, they're very great, and they're probably going to get even more intense in the coming year. So um, we want to lean into the fact that we are a different sort of community. We are a different sort of people as Christians. Um, we share this with everyone that belongs to Christ throughout this world. That what defines us is not our jobs. It's not our the things we achieve. It's not the amount of work we can get done. It is Jesus Himself, and only Him. And so I'm asking that you join me in this. Um, that you would experience the rest that God has for you in January as we worship together, as we pray together, as we gather together in different ways. Um, this is a real opportunity, and I'm excited about it. It does take work, though, and so we're going to be talking about that over the next couple of weeks. It's weird that we have to work in order to rest, but we need to lean into that as well, because if we just keep going as we are, all we find is anxiety and burnout, um, and we don't really experience the rest that God has for us. So I'm asking that you would join me this month of January.